In this video, we will be studying exercise 1.2 of class 10th, real number, chapter 1. As we have done in our previous video, Euclid's division lemma and first exercise completely. This is the simplest exercise of this chapter. Already you have done in your lower classes so many concepts of this exercise. Express each of the following as product of prime. Prime numbers, all of you know. Prime numbers are those which have only two factors, 1 and itself. So 2 is prime, all of you know. 3 is prime, then 5 is prime. What are the prime factors of 140? It's 2, 7, 2 and 5, and we can write in powers also. This is the factor of 140. One more part I have taken. This already you have done in your 7th, in your 8th. Very easy. We can start with any number. So this is 1001. Then we'll check, because it is not divisible by 2. You can use all divisibility rules. It ends with 5, so it is not divisible by 2. The sum of the digit is 10, which is not divisible by 3. So we'll check with the next prime number, which is 5. If we divide it with 5, that is 1001. Then again we'll try with the next prime number, which is 7. When we divide it with 7, we will get 143. Then after 7, the prime number is 11. Then we'll try with 11. And if we divide it with 11, we will get 13. And 13 is a prime number. So prime factors of 5005 is 5, 7, 11 and 13. Just because this question is there in the exercise, I explained it. Otherwise, nothing to explain. Already you know the solution of these questions. Now, second question that will start is find LCM and HCF by prime factorization method. It is not written in the question, but I have written because I want to explain the concept. In the first exercise, we have done find HCF by Euclid division lemma, and we know how to do with Euclid division lemma. Now there is one other method in your syllabus, find HCF by prime factorization method, and this is new for you, LCM by prime factorization. So we'll take first of all, prime factors of 336 we will find. So prime factors of 336 is, we can start with all the prime numbers, because the meaning, this is prime factorization. Then again with 2, then again with 2, again with 2, then with 3, and this is 7. These are the factors of 336. Then factors of 54. We start with 2, get 27, then 3, then 3. Very simple things. Then factors of 336 we got. 336 is equals to, in terms of powers, we can write 2 raised to power 4, 3 power 1 and 7 power 1. And 54 can be written as 2 power 1 and 3 power 3. HCF. HCF, you need to learn least power of common factors. So 2 is common. Least, how can you learn this concept? Highest, the meaning of this H is highest, and for highest we will use its opposite word, least power of common factors. So least, 2 raised to power 4 and 2 raised to power 1. Which is the least one? 2 raised to power 1. This is one common factor. Other common factor, 3 raised to power 1 and 3 raised to power 3. So which is least? Least means kam se kam. So out of power 3 and out of power 1, which is the least power? 1. So this is finally 6. HCF is 6. Now we'll discuss about LCM. LCM here is, the meaning of this L is least, but what you will see, highest power of, or you can say higher power of or highest power of common factors and all other remaining factors. All other remaining factors you will take. L means least, and we will consider its opposite, highest. So out of these two, 2 raised to power 4 and 2 raised to power 1, 2 is common in both. Which is the highest power? 2 raised to power 4. 3 is common in both. Which is the highest power? 3 raised to power 3. And remaining also. What is remaining? 7 is remaining. So final answer here is 1627 into 7, and you can find its LCM by multiplying these values. You will get LCM as 3024. 3024. So HCF and LCM you can find. Now there is one formula that we need to check, that whether HCF and LCM is equals to the product of two numbers. We need to check it. So we'll draw a line. Which are the numbers? 336 and 54. So it's 336 and 54, and you have to find its product. When you will find its product, you will get 18144. And here LCM. What is LCM here? LCM is 3024, and HCF here is 6. When you will multiply, again you will get 18144. As the formula is verified, that you can write LCM into HCF is equals to the product of two numbers. I am going to tell you the standard form of this. Also, standard form of this is that if we take two numbers as A and B, then A multiply B is LCM of A comma B multiply HCF of A comma B. This is the standard notation of this formula, and application of this formula can be asked in exam. I will discuss one example with you for this. Okay, if I take one more question, 6, 72 and 120. Now I am taking three numbers. If you find prime factors of 6, it is 2 into 3. If you find prime factors of 72, prime factors of 72 is 2 raised to power 3 and 3 raised to power 2, and prime factors of 120 is this thing, and this can be written in powers as 2 raised to power 3, 3 raised to power 1 and 5 raised to power 1. Now we need to find LCM. Whether you show these ladders, whether you show these ladders of prime factors, or you write directly, suppose this thing, because you are in 10th, so no, if you show it or don't show it, you will get full marks. Just see, you can write directly also. 6 is 2 into 3, 72 is 2 raised to power 3 into. Teacher will check only this part, how to write prime factors. LCM here is least common multiple, but which powers will say highest. So just see, 2 and 2 is common. Highest, this is 1 power, this is 3 power. So LCM is 2 raised to power 3. Then 3 is common. Which is the highest power? 3 raised to power 2. No number is here, no number is here. 5 is remaining, 5 is also there. So LCM of this question is 8, 9 and 5. So LCM of this is 360. And if we need to find HCF is always very easy. You have done in your lower classes this also by prime factorization. HCF of these three numbers together is 2 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power 3, 2 raised to power 3. Minimum power is 2, as I told you in the previous question. And 3 is common. And which is the minimum power of 3? 3 raised to power 1, 2 raised to power, so answer is 6. Now if in exam teacher asks that HCF into LCM of these two is equals to product of 3 numbers, so you can check that this does not happen. This formula HCF into LCM is whole for only 2 numbers, not for 3 numbers. So you can check it on your own. If you will multiply these 2 numbers and if you multiply these 3 numbers, you will not get left hand side is equals to right hand side. Now we'll do next concept, that is there one example, because I am going to tell you the application of this question. Find HCF of 96 and 404 by prime factorization. So HCF 96 prime factorization we will find, 404 prime factors we will find. We'll start with only 2 because 2 is a prime number. So prime factors of this is 2, 2, 101, and now we'll start with this. Again 2, then 6, then 2, then 3, this 3 and 1. So simple, very easy questions. So 2 raised to power 5 and 3 raised to power 1, and 404 can be written as 2 raised to power 2 and 101. So HCF, as I told you just now, HCF is minimum power of common. What is common? Only 2 is common. 3 is here, 3 is not here. 101 is here, 101 is not here. So common power is 2 raised to power 2, which is 4. Question has 2 parts and students generally don't understand the meaning of the question. Find HCF by prime factorization. This we have done. Some of the students, what they do, they write LCM also from these prime factors and they will not get marks for the second part, because second part says hence. The meaning of this word hence is use solution of first part to find out LCM. This question says, why I am taking this example to explain you the concept of this question, the statement of this question I want to explain to you. This question has 2 parts. First is find HCF by prime factorization, and we have done. And second is hence find their LCM. Hence means we cannot use prime factorization. We need to use this HCF to find LCM. हमें ये HCF जो फर्स्ट पार्ट में आंसर आया है उसे यूज़ करना होगा LCM को फाइंड करने के लिए. सो वी हैव वन फॉर्मूला विच रिलेट. So HCF into LCM is equals to product of 2 numbers. HCF is 4, LCM we need to find, and product of 2 numbers is 96 into 404. I hope this is clear to you that we need to, now we are using this HCF in finding LCM. Be careful in exam. If hence word is there, it means you need to use the previous answer. Always whenever hence word is there in the question has 2 parts. Divide this by 4, multiply this, it is 101. When you will multiply 96 with 101, you will get 9696. So this is our LCM. This is our second part, that find out LCM, and this is our first part, that find HCF, which is 4. So we have done this example also. Now we move on to the very important concept and new for you, that is fundamental theorem of arithmetic. Fundamental theorem of arithmetic. What it says? It says that every composite number when expressed as product of primes, then this factorization is unique. This can be asked, statement can be asked of 1 mark in exam. Product of primes then this factorization is unique apart from the order in which the factors occur, or we can say the prime factors occur. So every composite number, first of all I will tell you the meaning of this. When expressed as product of primes, this you know, we have done first question, product of primes. Then this factorization is unique, this also I will tell you, apart from the order in which prime factors occur. So there are so many words to explain. First of all, the meaning of composite number. Composite numbers, the numbers which are not prime. Just like 4 means which has more than 2 factors. 4, then 6, then 8, then 9, 10, 12. Some students think that all even numbers. No, 9 is there, then 14 is there, 15 is also there, 15 is odd number. So don't think that composite are the even numbers. Numbers which are not prime are composite. So every composite number is clear, expressed as a product of prime. Suppose I give to find out factors of 60 to 3 students of the class. That find out prime factors of 60, 3 students. One student start with 2. Prime factors, one student start with 2. Then that student write prime factors of 60 as 2, 3, 2, 5. Suppose this is answer of A student. There is 3 students, A, B and C. Now second student start prime factorization with 3, suppose 20, then 2, then 10, then 5, then 2. So B student answer of 60 is 3, 2, 5, 2. Then third student starts with 5. Third student C starts 60, factors of 60 as 5, 2, 2 and 3. So you can see order is same. If I want to write this in terms of power, I will write 2 raised to power 2, single 3, single 5. Same here, 2 raised to power 2, single 3, single 5. Same here. It means this is the, when expressed as product of primes, then this factorization is unique. We have got same answer in all the 3 parts. Unique. This is the meaning of unique. Apart from order, apart from order in which factors occur. Order is different. This student starts with 2, this student starts with 3, this student starts with 5. Order is different, but factorization is unique. This is the meaning of fundamental theorem of arithmetic, and it can be asked in exam. Okay, and on this theorem, depending on this theorem, we'll do one question. That is also very important. Check whether, question is, check whether 4n can end, or I am taking 6n, any number you can take, 6n can end with digit 0 for any natural number n, where n is a natural number. You can write like this also. N is a natural number. So if 6 to the power n, first of all the meaning of this question, if I write 6 to the power 1, because n is natural, so n can take value 1, 6 raised to power 1 is 1. If I write 6 raised to power 2, it is 36. If I write 6 raised to power 3, it is 216. So question is, check whether this can end with 0. Never, it can never. You can see 6 power 1 is 6, 2 is 36, 6 power 3 is 216. It can never end with 0, but we need to write to get marks in exam. Now, concept is clear to you. Yes, you can say easily that answer of this question is no, never. 6n can never end with 0, but how can we prove it? So there is a method which is called as contradiction method. Okay, contradiction method also we can use, or we can write like this, that 6n, okay, in the next page I am going to explain. 6n can be written as 2 to the power n and 3 raised to power n, and by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, I am writing in short, by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, this factorization is unique. I told you just now that whosoever is the student, if he or she does the prime factors of 6, always he or she will get 2 raised to power something or 3 raised to power something. So this factorization is unique by fundamental theorem of arithmetic. But if we suppose, let, if possible, 6n can end with 0. हमने सपोज कर लिया कि 0 से एंड हो रहा है, तो दिस इम्प्लाइज 6n has 5 as one of its prime factor. Yes or no? If some number, suppose I am writing here, if one number, suppose it is 10, 20, 30, suppose it is 110, it's 50, all ends with 0, and all of you know the divisibility rule of this. If a number ends with 0, it is definitely divisible by 5, it is definitely divisible by 2, so I can use any concept, 5 or 2. 2 is there, that's why I am using 5. So let if we suppose that 6n end with 0, 6n has 5 as one of its prime factor. I think this is clear to you. If some number ends with 0, it means 5 is one of its factor. You can see, if I find the factors of 10, so it is 2, then 5. If I prime factors of find out 20, then it is 10, then again it is 5. 5 is always there when a number ends with 10. So we suppose that 6n can end with digit 0. With digit 0 we can write. So 6n has 5 as one of its factor, but by fundamental theorem of arithmetic, and this factorization is unique, 6n cannot have 5 as one of its prime factor. 6n can have only 2 and 3 as its factor. फंडामेंटल थ्योरम कहती है कि यूनिक होगा, इट मीन्स 6 शुड हैव फैक्टर्स ओनली 2 and 3, एंड व्हेन वी आर मूविंग इन आवर क्वेश्चन वी आर सेइंग 5 इज वन ऑफ इट्स फैक्टर, सो दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल. तो विल राइट दिस इज नॉट पॉसिबल, hence our supposition is wrong. And this implies 6n can never end with digit 0. This implies 6n can never end with digit 0. So be careful whenever this question comes in exam, then you follow like this. Let if possible 6n can end with digit. This method is known as method of contradiction. Method of contradiction. The meaning of that we suppose the wrong thing. See, we have supposed the wrong thing, that 6n can end with 0. We have supposed wrong thing, and when we are moving further in the question, we have got wrong thing, because fundamental theorem says it has only 2 factors, 2 and 3, and by supposition we are getting 5 also is its factor, which is not possible. This method is known as contradiction. Means हम गलत सपोज करके चलते हैं, और मैथमेटिकली जैसे जैसे क्वेश्चन में फर्दर मूव करते हैं, सो वी हैव गॉट अ कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन, गलत आ जाती है बात, तो हम कहते हैं आर सपोजिशन वॉज, और अब आर सपोजिशन इज रॉन्ग. 6n कैन नेवर एंड विद डिजिट 0. Only one question is left, 6th one. 7th is also left. 6 first of all we'll do. We need to find 7 into 13 into 11, 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 is a composite number. We know that the meaning of composite number. Okay, I will tell you. First of all, see how many terms. Terms are always separated with plus sign. or minus sign. So how many terms are here? There are 2 terms. In these 2 terms, what is same? 13 is same. So we'll take 13 common, then put the bracket. What is left inside? 7 into 11, then this plus sign, and here is 1. Then this is 13 into 77 plus 1, which is equals to 13 into 78. So there are 13 and 78, and I can show here 1 also. 1 so I can write with any number in multiplication. So how many factors you can see here? Since you will write, since it has more than 2 factors, this implies it is a composite number. This is the meaning of composite number. Second part you can do on your own. I am leaving it on you. 7th question also we can discuss so that we can complete the exercise. This is a circular path around which a student takes, if a student A starts from here, it takes 12 minutes to complete. 12 minutes to complete the circle. And B students, there is a circular path. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive and Ravi takes 12 minutes. Suppose they both start at the same point. B also starts from here and B takes 18 minutes. So after how many minutes will they meet again? After how many minutes? So it means we will find LCM here, least common multiple. We will find LCM of 12 and 18, and this you know very easily that 12 is 2, 2 and 3, and 18 is 3, 3 and 2. So it is 2 raised to power 2 into 3, and it is 2 raised to power 1 into 3, and LCM is highest powers of the common factors. Highest power is 2 raised to power 2 and 3. So answer is, sorry, it is 3 raised to power 2. So highest power is this. So after 36 minutes they will meet again. You will write at the end that they will meet again after 36 minutes. You can see A will take 3 rounds, 12 ones are, 12 twos are, and 12 threes are, and he will come here, come at this point, and B will take 2 rounds, 18 ones are and 18 twos are, and then they will meet after 36 minutes. So hands done. Now I am giving you some extra questions. Do that also.